All right, good evening. So I got a question about how do you do a difference quotient with a fraction? And I thought I would take you along and just kind of to demonstrate that. So I'm going to go ahead and go to share screen, and then we're just going to do a problem or so. And I'm going to try to keep this short so that if you're watching it, it'll go quick. All right. So there we go. So get the right pen, and it will be set. So what if we have a function? We have f of x equals, let's see here, how about 1 over x minus 7, right? It's going to be a, right, it's going to be a 1 over x with a shift of 7 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? That's going to be my value there. So just to get an idea of what we're doing is we're taking 2 points and we're figuring out what's the average rate of change between the two of them. Okay. Generally, you don't pick 2 discontinuous points. You don't pick a point on this one and a point on this one. Usually you pick, I mean, there's something saying you can't, but generally you pick them on one wing of this thing. Okay. So what do we have here? We have f of x plus h minus f of x all divided by h. Remember, that's our formula. And what we're going to do is we are going to plug in, right? Everywhere we see an x here, we are going to replace it with x plus h. So this is going to be 1 over x plus h minus 7 minus 1 over x minus 7. That's just our f of x all over h, right? So next thing we're going to do is now we got to get common denominators, all right? So we're going to multiply this side by x plus h minus 7, x plus h minus 7. And just to let you know, like, there isn't a better way to really do this. Okay, I am terribly lazy. If there was an easier way that didn't require so much work, I would rather do that. So yeah. All right, getting common denominators. X minus 7 all over x minus 7, x plus h minus 7 minus, and then we have x plus h minus 7 all over x minus 7, x plus h minus 7. Do not multiply this out. Okay, it's just not worth the effort to do that. All right, h. And remember, we're done when we've canceled this h here. All right. So now that we have common denominators, we can go ahead and push them together. Minus x plus h minus 7. Okay, all over. And then we have x minus 7, x plus h minus 7. And you can't cancel this because in order to cancel, you have to have terms common to both pieces. This only has an x minus 7. If I try to cancel it, this one doesn't. Can't do it. Okay, and then I'm going to write this h over 1. Notice now we've got a well, I'll get ahead of myself. Let's go ahead and sort that out, right? Because we can distribute. Let's do that. So we have x minus 7, so minus x, so minus h, don't forget that one, and then we have a plus 7. Okay, if you're going to make a mistake on this one and you've gotten this far, that's what it's going to be. You see anything that cancels? I do. Right, we have that and that. We have a minus 7 and a plus 7. And what are we left with? Right? What are we left with? We are left with a negative h all over x minus 7, x plus h minus 7, all divided by h over 1. Multiply by 1 over h in order to clear the complex fraction, right? That's how we do this, is cancel that out, and then we've got h and h over here. This is the h we were meant to cancel, right? At the very beginning, I said, well, you're done when you cancel this. So my answer here is negative 1 over x minus 7, x plus h minus 7, right? And I know that doesn't look like an answer, but the requirement is we cancel this h. That's how you know you got the right answer. That's how you know you got an answer. You're done. Okay, so that's it. That's the whole deal. Okay, and all we're doing again, right? Notice we need here's 7. We need, right, an x and a step how far away from that x in order to get a slope of the secant line. That's what this is going to tell you, slope of the secant line. Okay, you need 2 points. You need your x, and how far are we going? All right, and that's, I know, well, let me just stop there and make sure that this is a short video. Okay, thank you for the question, and keep on your homework.